I'd like to start with a little video, which hopefully everyone can recognise.
Jack, can you tell me what this is?
Newspaper. A map. A camera. A radio. A shot. A stereo. A TV. A telephone.
Only Telstra gives you more ways to do more things in more places.
It's basically got everything. Cute kids, ridiculously cute accent, and they're talking about mobile phones, which is obviously my favourite thing in the entire world. When my mother first saw that, and my family appear quite a lot in this presentation, but when my mother first saw that video, she was like, oh my God, what a thick kid, it's a phone. Which completely sort of describes the difference between adults and children and the way that they are dealing with and working with this type of new innovation, basically. I have no problem in calling out these people for being rubbish at marketing. This is a mobile, this is an email that I read on my mobile every morning. They send it to me about 6 a.m. in the morning, and they have the cheek to say to me, are you reading this on your mobile phone? Of course I am. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not at work yet. I've just turned off my alarm on my phone. Everybody does that, right? No. Yeah, but you don't also look at the internet. We've had this discussion earlier. That's an email I read on my phone every morning. Well, actually, I try to read on my phone every morning. I can't. It's impossible to read it. You have to pinch and zoom. The font is too small and everything like that. That's actually sent out every morning at 6 a.m. by the Mobile Marketing Association. I'll let that sink in for a second. They have the cheek to say to me, are you reading this on a mobile device? Of course I am. Maybe the headline catches my eye, and maybe I think, you know what? I'll wait until I get to work in Outlook and read it on my desktop. I don't know about you, but by the time I get to work, I've got another 100 emails on top of that one. This is little nods in the audience, good, good. This one is already marked red, and therefore forgotten. This company has the opportunity to talk to me every single morning. I still subscribe to their emails, and they completely throw it away. Now, that's fine, because it's not dangerous. All it means is that a company just won't get my business. It's not, it's like, no, that's a bit rubbish. It won't say I will never use their services again. All it'll make me say is, it's a bit rubbish. We've gone from virtually no one in the world being able to talk to each other to virtually everyone in the world having the ability to talk to virtually everyone else. And whether you're a person or a brand, you now have the ability to talk to people. I think I was one of the very few people that was actually excited about the opportunity of using a passbook boarding pass. So this is my flight to Dusseldorf. Leaving from Heathrow. Heathrow can't tell you which gate you're leaving from in your boarding pass. I assume Heathrow's not that technically advanced. Dusseldorf on the way back, however, can tell you which gate you're leaving from. I presume the Germans are more advanced. Something like that. At 7:30 for a 9 o'clock, 8:30 flight, I'm at the gate all on my own. I got there pretty early and I was doing some work just on the way back, thinking that's a bit weird. There's nobody else at the gate. So I do what you normally do. You go and look at the departures board to find that my gate is gate 87, not gate 77. The thing that I'm finding is that companies are still looking at the mobile and airlines in particular, and we work with a few airlines. Airlines in particular just see that mobile screen as a representation of the piece of paper they used to send you. They used to send you a piece of paper, give you a piece of paper. It doesn't change. It's up to you to go and walk up to the board and work out whether your flight's on time and where it's leaving from. They could tell me. It's okay though, because as I walked to my new gate, I got an email from them to say my flight had been cancelled. I'm lucky I don't have kids. No, hold on, that came out wrong. I'm lucky I don't have kids that needed looking after that night. And therefore, it didn't really matter whether I got home that night or not. I'm a very easy traveller, as it were. And so in the queue, going to the front desk, I took out my phone, as you do, and booked an EasyJet flight home. Just in case, fully refundable, just in case I wasn't going to be able to get home that night. At about 10 o'clock, remember it's an 8 o'clock flight, at about 10 o'clock my phone is mocking me, saying there's a flight waiting for you at 8:30. Thank you for that. And then at 1 in the morning, this is me on a train to Frankfurt to get a 6 a.m. flight home. The way the story basically ended was I got to the front of the queue, and the woman behind the front desk said, "I'm sorry, it's midnight now. It's too late. We can't book you another flight home. We can't book your hotel. It's too late. It's going to take too long, and we need to get home." And that's no joke. What should have happened was they should have said to me, "Would you like us to try and find you another flight?" Yes. "I'm sorry, there are none available from this airport. What about another airport?" Yes. "I'm sorry, there are none available tonight. What about tomorrow morning?" Yes. "Thank you. Here's your ticket, here's your train ticket, and here's a £30 beer token to go and while the hour's away." That would have sent me from, "They're a bit rubbish," and that's all you really think is like, "Oh, that's just a bit of a shame," to, "Oh my God, that's fantastic." And I would have been an advocate as opposed to, "Yeah, they're a bit rubbish." Starbucks do some things really well. They do some things really badly. Starbucks do coffee really badly. No, come on, they do, seriously. But this is their blog. They have an ad for some lovely Ethiopian beans and the ability to buy those beans right up there. And there is their mobile site. There's the lovely new beans. I'm a bit of a coffee nut. And here is the ability to buy those beans. There is absolutely no way anyone is going to buy those beans on that page. That shows absolutely no thought whatsoever about the layout. And this is very simple stuff. This is like ABC stuff in web design. Nobody thought about that at all. Unless somebody in Starbucks said, "You know what, I don't think people want to buy beans on their mobile phone." I think that's utter rubbish. But anyway. What they do well is loyalty programs. And the thing that I'm really impressed about from Starbucks is the fact that just to enable me to pay for a coffee with a barcode on my phone must have meant the finance department got involved, the marketing team got involved, the barista training team, the people who install the point of sales equipment, the people who make the coffee because they need to be able to write something on the cup as opposed. It's a completely different process. That has meant that basically every single department in that company has had to come together to make this product work, or to make this service work. That's where mobile is really changing the way that companies work, as opposed to just how the companies talk to their customers as well. When a client comes to us and they've already had that mobile moment where their mobile site is more important than their desktop site, it just makes my life so much easier. Not many people have had it yet. The BBC have, but what this is a really good virtuous circle. They make a really good mobile site, which means that people go to it, which means that more people, they make a much better site because they see it's more important, which means that more people go to it, and it just keeps going and going and going. When you see a company that's saying we need to defend the amount of money that's spent on our desktop, as opposed to spending and trying to increase the amount of money being spent on our mobile site, that's when the problems start. This is my father, who is 72 odd. And we bought him an iPhone for Christmas last year. And my father, well, I'm Greek. My father is very Greek. He doesn't read or write English. And this is the first text message that he sent me. "Say hello. I'll be at your house 6:30. No be late." That's the perfect. The really interesting thing about this for me is actually what he said. At the very beginning, he says, "Say hello." He's not talking to an inanimate object. He's talking to someone. He's saying, send a text message to Ilia, say hello. It's not message here, person here. This has really been personified. Mobile devices have really been personified. And if you look at the way Apple advertise their devices, it's not say hello to the new iPhone, it's say hi to iPhone. It's a personification of that thing. As my father puts it, yes, of course I would say that. There's my little slave in there that does all my work for me. It's really, the emotion that your mobile device is giving to you, is bringing out in people, is really basically like your best friend. And if you think about the idea that everything you do on your phone is personal to you, you speak to people you know them because they've got their telephone number, therefore you know them. You send text messages to and from people you know. Any type of advertising on that phone that isn't personal to you basically looks out of place and doesn't work, which is one of the reasons the mobile ad industry is just sort of teetering. So if there's one thing I'd like you to take away is really, try and understand that your mobile device is massively personal. If you're about to spam people with lots of advertising about stuff they know nothing about and it's a brand new thing, it's just not going to work. It needs to be much more relevant, much more personal, because the device is inherently the most personal device you have. You look at it like every 6 minutes during the day. And that's it for me. Thank you very much.